welcome to Incoming, the video podcast that takes a look back at the week's historical miniature releases. This is episode 20, which looks back at the releases for week ending the 9th of October 2009, and I'm your host, Neil Shuck. It's been a bit of a bumper week for historical miniature releases, so I think we'll dive straight in. At number 10, we have a new set of releases from the Assault Group. Now, TAG have been producing units of 28mm figures for their Italian city-states range, and these are new figures for that particular range. Here we have some arquebuses, some pikemen, and some papal guard. And despite the fact that these figures are missing their halberds, I think you'll see that they're quite decent sculpts, although not a fantastic range of pose variation. Number 9, we have a new release from Essex Miniatures. Essex have been pretty busy this week. These are probably some of my favourites that they've released. These are in 25mm and they are their Huns. As you can see here, horse archers, mounted spearmen. The rider poses are, especially the archers, are very nice and dynamic. I like the horse poses with these as well. And as you heard before, the Huns are, from an eye candy point of view at least, one of my favourite ranges. So it's always nice to see some more. Number 8, we have new releases from Auburn Miniatures. Now, Auburn are a company that are producing 1/56 scale figures. These are British Line Infantry in 1809 uniform, sculpted, I believe, by Richard Ansell. And here you've got various examples of troops, both in march attack, standing, and also firing poses. Great examples of Napoleonic figures here from Auburn. Staying with Napoleonics, but switching manufacturer. Number 7, what's this? Perry Miniatures, outside the top 5. Yes, indeed, it's true. Here we see previews of the up-and-coming French artillery from the Perrys. Always good figures, but just not as inspiring as some of the other stuff that's been out this week, I think, which would account for their lower chart position. And I must admit, I don't find a gun crew anywhere near as exciting as a heavy cavalry. Number 6 sees new releases from Scarab Miniatures. These are late World War I French. Latest packs, you have a command pack, very characterful officers. You've got a mortar pack, and actually probably my favourite pack of the lot, a communications pack. I think the guys with the pigeons are just fantastic looking models. They really caught my imagination. A nice addition to the French range from Scarab. Into the top 5, and a new name for the incoming podcast. This is the Miniature Design Studio. They have put together some new releases, including these new Hittites, which look tremendously good, and also some other ones, including Pictish warriors, of which you see one example here. Some decent sculpts here, quite eye-catching. Looking forward to seeing more from MDS. Number 4, and it's back to War Modelling, another 15mm company that's currently producing a range of ancients. These are ancient British, completely brand new army, just been released, and of course when you talk ancient British, what you're actually talking about are chariots, and these have lots and lots of chariots. 6 different ones to choose from, plus a chariot carrying Boudica, and indeed even a unit of druids. A really nice release from War Modelling, lots of variety, great stuff. Top 3, and at number 3 we feature more elephants from Aventine. Following on from the Sassanid King on a war elephant from a few weeks ago, we now have the standard war elephants for the Sassanid Persians. I think you'll agree these are looking an awesome set of sculpts. Really good stuff from Aventine. As I said before, elephants make a great visual centre point for your army. But you really do need some decent models, and these are great. Good stuff again from Aventine. Number 2, new releases from Front Rank. This includes Danish infantry for the Wars of the Spanish Succession. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this particular period, but these figures are just superb. Really, really good stuff. Front Rank have always been a consistently good manufacturer, and these are great. Absolutely great. Pictures speak for themselves, really, enough said. And so on to number 1, and something I wasn't expecting. Following on from their range of 28mm Napoleonics, Victrix have released a set of 54mm British infantry. This is a flank company, so we're talking here grenadiers and light troops. And just take a look at these. I was just stunned when I saw these. The fact that these are presented in 54mm plastic. The figure detail is just superb. Nothing more to be said. They are just absolutely fantastic looking figures. If you're into a bigger scale, especially with the fact that Het have been producing lots of figures in this scale as well for Napoleonics. I think these are an ideal buy, especially if you're doing, say big skirmish and stuff, sharp practice, songs of drums and shakos, that sort of thing. Pick up a couple of box sets of these. Great stuff. So there we have my top 10. But what else were you missing this week? Let's have a look at what other models were released this week. So there you have it, a bumper set of releases this week on the historicals front. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to Bill at the Miniatures page and Zach at Tabletop Gaming News. Without the help of these websites, this podcast wouldn't be possible. And if you've missed any of these shows, you can catch up with them all at warbootsuk.tv. This site includes streaming videos on the bottom of the page. All the incoming videos are available at this site. Incoming is now going to take a break for a couple of weeks while I disappear off on my family holiday. We're going to the Isle of Skye, fantastic part of the world. So, all being well, I shall see you at the end of October. Till then, thanks for watching, take care, speak to you soon. Bye.